Signs that you gave your motherfucking power away. Now, the first sign is the shit that's on your mind that you're feeding, giving your attention to. The moment you giving your attention to some negative bullshit, that's the moment you lose your freedom. And of course, your freedom is you being able to be freely in the right space, in the right vortex that you submergedly supposed to be in. That's key number one. Another sign that you have given your power away. You don't think for yourself. You need someone or external thing, person, place to make a justification to make you do something or cater to something. The moment you don't have your own mind, the moment you are in the pursuit and perspective of asking questions to see how someone else can answer your question, and you don't have your own outlook or input about it, you have gave your power away. Remember, you and that other individual does not piss a shit at the same time. So this puts you into a situation of being on the outside looking in. Never make someone answer a question that you already have the answers for. You was metaphysically programmed and controlled to look outside of yourself and to see a perspective that was given to you. You never asked the questions or actually really questioned the real answers to figure out where this idea or this idealism came from. You just go with what they basically tell you. And when going with somebody tells you something, you are following the pack. You are putting yourself into becoming a pack. And you know what that means. You're going to become somebody's pack. That's basically what it means. You about to be rolled up in that motherfucking pack. Now, the moment you give your power away is the moment you are in fear. And what is fear? False evidence appearing real. And of course, allowing yourself to be in that space and that vibration. The longer you stay in that vortex, the longer you create and manifest all shapes, all forms to get catastrophic into your life. Because you didn't take power and control over how you feel about a perspective. You allowed something to control the narrative of your parameters. And when you allow something outside of you to control you and make you do things that you are not comfortable with doing, you have given your power away. God looking at you, shaking his head at you. Why did you do that? Did I tell you to do that? No, I did not. Another way of giving your power away is not taking power and control over a situation. The moment you allow someone else to take power and control over a situation, the moment you have given your power to that person. And the person that you have given your power to, they are fully exercising their power with your power, with their power. And of course, this leaves you with no choice, no options, no strength, no courage, because all your courage has been crushed. The moment you allow somebody to put you into that space, you have a lot of work to do. And that's the work of you getting back to your solo, individual aspects. And of course, never overlook these things. Because the longer it takes for you to basically get on board with your ship and build your ship, the longer your ship is going to need more repairs. More things is going to be breaking down. You don't take care of one issue on that car, the car going to have another symptom and another symptom. Almost to the point it's going to break down. Because why? You're not taking responsibilities and you're not acting on things and getting shit done. And if you're not getting shit done, then of course, you the one that's going to be asked out. You the one that's going to be in help, in need. And of course, that's how it plays out on all levels. Also, the moment you have given your power away is the moment you feel uncomfortable with situations being put towards you and you're not doing nothing about it. You know what you want. You know what you need. You just need to take the steps and the right actions towards chasing that shit. And if you're not chasing that shit, it's gonna not want to chase you because you're not making the move. You may have an idea and concept about something, but the moment you have put yourself into a situation of not acting on it, the moment someone else will act on it. You can have an idea about something. You could be a ghost. You don't even have to have a body. But if you don't have the energy that's supporting that shit, how will it get done? The ghost ain't gonna have no choice but to follow the energy. And look at it like this. You can be praying to somebody. You could be wanting something. And somebody else could be basically praying and wanting it too. But of course, you're gonna have someone that's actually going after it. Now, thinking that you can pretty much push yourself into a situation of wanting something but not making moves and not acting on it, procrastination, it's gonna put you into a perspective of you not ready. You not ready like spaghetti. So the individual that has the right form, the right shape, is gonna take action towards getting that shit done. And that's what puts you into a situation of actions versus reactions. So you can react to things, but are you going to take action towards getting the things accumulated within your life? That's the key. That's the purpose. That's the element. And if you ain't got that element, which is that passion to do that, someone else will basically show you what it takes and what you should do in your own pursuit to go ahead and basically do that shit. First shit. Now, the moment you give your power away is allowing shit to build up within your life and not actually making a move about it. Means you allow shit to basically control you. You allow shit to basically build bacteria. And of course, you're not making moves. You're not changing the essence on things. You're allowing things to get fragile. AKA, you're not putting no emphasis or no passion into that vortex that you're allowing to. So your space is going to be unfulfilled. The moment you have given your power away, it's not being able to control your mind. And your mind is very important. Now, if you ain't controlling your mind right now, you don't have no form of control over your mind, then things get catastrophic. Shit get real critical. And this puts you into a critical situation as to where you're not controlling your intellect. So your intellect will be controlled by a person, place, or thing that you give your attention and growth to. And whatever you're paying attention to mentally, you're bringing that into physical terms, physical aspects. No matter if it's a shape, form, it's going to play out into all varieties on taking the construction in your life. It's going to happen mysteriously. You may not see when these things come. You may not see how these things are going to be derived or deprived into your arena. But just know, these things will start to shape the form. And of course, it'll come to you in ways you wouldn't expect it. So always be into a situation of expecting the unexpected. And of course, this could put you into a situation of expecting the unexpected in a good way or a bad way. Now, if you're always expecting the unexpected in a bad way, you have given your power away. Because you don't have strength, you don't have courage, you don't have what it takes to basically be in the energy, be in the vortex, and be in the right place, right time. Which means when your eyes is open, you have 23 hours within a day. So you have 23 hours to be in the right vibes, the right energies, no matter what your situation or your 360 looking like right now, for me. Yeah, you may have basically made some bridges, made some bumps, and made some turns during your 360, but your 360 still has a parameter to be fulfilled. Every time you're turning and rotating, you have time to give attention to that spiral. And every time that attention is basically given to that spiral, energy is being created in that spirals. See, you gotta have a balance, feel me? You gotta have a balance. And of course, the scales will be weighed. And of course, if you're unbalanced when it comes to your 360 matters, then your life is gonna be unbalanced. You won't be able to have power and control over things within your life or within yourself. And that's real shit. You have to be very careful. And you have to put yourself into a situation of having the right perspectives, having the right seeds to be nourished when you basically turning around doing your 360 well. Now, another thing, when you knowing that you gave your freedom away and your power away, is the moment that you're doing something to protect something, aka think that you may have. This is a situation where you may think you need to protect this situation just because you was put into a situation of being forced to do something. The moment you allow someone to basically force you to do something that you don't want to do, you have given your freedom and your power away. it don't get any clearer than this. This is a clear perspective. The moment you allow somebody to make you do something at your own will and at your own risk, you have given your freedom and your power away. It don't matter what the situation play out. It don't matter how it play out. You just have given your power away to an individual. And of course, they get to take your power and do whatever they want to do with it. Make you feel certain ways. Make you do certain things. Make you feel unsatisfied about yourself. And of course, this is only going to crumble and bring you down into a perspective of shortening your span. And of course, when you're shortening your expansion mode, your power is not expanding. That means you're stuck into a cell, a jail cell, a hell cell. And you can create a heaven to hell. But you're in a hell right now. And of course, the only thing you know is hell. And you don't have power. You don't have courage. And you're not willing to basically go through a situation to see how stronger you are. Yeah, you're being tested right now. You may not know you're being tested. You may think that it's a conclusion of all in your mind perspective. But it's not all in your mind. You're always being tested every day. And of course, if you're not willing to see this with a clairvoyant or clear perspective, if you don't see these things right in front of you, these things will control you mentally. And of course, it will fuck you over. And when you get fucked over, you always gonna bite the covers. Because why is you biting the covers when you're supposed to be fucking the shit out of life and making life bite the covers for you? The moment you put yourself into a situation of having to bite the covers, you lost your power. You gave your freedom away. Why? Why is you biting covers? when the fuck God ain't tell you to bite covers? God tells you to basically use your power for how you want to basically construct your world. And of course, I'm going to bring spirits. I'm going to bring vessels to basically help you and build you up. And not put you into a situation of allowing yourself to get put down into certain hemispheres. Because that hemisphere, a lower hemisphere, you never want to go down there. It ain't nothing but heat. It ain't nothing but contamination. And of course, when things is contaminated, things get exposed. Things get destroyed, expired. And of course, when something is expired, you can't use it no more. You got to come up with a new construct. And of course, if you're in hell, the only thing you're going to basically realize is getting out of it is key. And of course, that's the fight of your mind, the power of your mind. If you don't control your mind, you don't control how you feel about shit. In general, if you don't control your feelings, your emotional stance on things, you don't have your power. You gave your freedom away. Somebody else is controlling this shit right now. And of course, you're supposed to be using these things to bring certain vibes and auras that can build a rainbow within your life. And if you're not actually doing these things, someone else is basically going to see where they can mix and mingle with your portions, which means you're carrying too much. You're carrying a whole lot within yourself. So when you're carrying a whole lot within yourself, these things get heavy. And of course, when they get heavy, it may seem like that's you in the perspective of not being able to handle what you basically brought upon you. But this is just egg cells being born within you, creating certain worlds within inside of you to make you feel this way. And the moment you as a parent cannot handle the daycare within inside you, which is the day, which is your son, the care would be the moon, aka your feelings. If you can't handle that daycare within inside you, inside your world, you have given your power away to a bunch of spirits within inside you. You have given your power to the daycare. You're supposed to be the one that's controlling the daycare, taking force over the daycare. But the moment you have given your freedom away and your powers away, when you just sit still and allow individuals to control your life and make you do things that you don't want to do. That's the full totality of giving your power away, giving your freedom away. And the moment you keep doing this, the moment you're going to be a stepping stool to walk on and be used. So which one is it? Lose your power or use your power? Use it or lose it. You got to pick. And of course, nobody else is going to take the will for you. Nobody else is going to steal the will for you. Because when you allow someone else to take things and matters in their own head, they're going to give you the short end of the stick. And that's where you lose your power.